Hello, everyone. Welcome to my TikTok page. Okay, this is Speak the Truth and my personal page. All right, so my next thing that I want to talk about is T.I and Tiny. Okay, let me tell you something about them. I get that to you guys, they're not role models. One, because T.I cheated a lot and got in some trouble, and Tiny accepted it and stuff like that. But let me tell you why I look at Tiny as a role model. Now I know that, and I gotta talk about this a different way in a different video, but because I'm gonna just say this, I know that a lot of people like to hide behind the scripture of pretty much of how people say man is supposed to do all the providing and stuff like that. The problem with that is first of all, when you live to that example, there's a lot of men, and let's also say women too, because there's a lot of women that are breadwinners as well, and they use it to their advantage. But mostly we know men do this because they can hide behind what the Bible say to their advantage, and also women don't realize it too because they like to hide behind it, so a lot of them don't have to work. But let me tell you something, just because God said a man has to be a provider and all this stuff does not mean we have to follow that to a T. And let me tell you why. And I'm just going to say a little bit because of this. Because when you think about the T.I and Tiny situation, this is why I'm talking about them. Because even though you might not like I said, him cheating and getting in trouble and her staying with the cheating and stuff, you need to look at why Tiny is a role model. And every woman, ignore the cheating part for a second and just focus on what I'm about to say. And this is why you will understand why I say Tiny is a role model. Now, T.I told Tiny, like, listen, I need to be the provider. I'm the man. I need to provide. I need to pay all the bills. I don't want you doing anything, right? And Tiny said, listen, if you want to pay all the bills, fine, go ahead and do that. But I need to work. I need to do something. I need to have my own income. And that is a very smart thing to do. And think about it. Tiny, she let T.I do all the bills. She's like, go ahead, dude. You want to provide? Go ahead and provide. But she, was still writing songs for other artists. And then, of course, she kept getting back with Escape Out every now and then. So she was bringing in her own money. So eventually, when Tiny got tired of T.I, guess what? When Tiny left T.I because she finally got tired of his cheating, did you? Because if you watch the T.I and Tiny show, because I did, Tiny house was so much better than the main house that she was sharing with T.I. When I saw that house, I was like, Tiny, that's what I'm talking about. See, women need to start understanding why it's important to also have their own income. She said, listen, dude, I am sick and tired of you cheating on me. I had enough and I'm about to roll out. And her house was so much better and bigger than a man house, to the point that even T.I had to do some messing around and stuff, like rebuilding up in that house, because he saw that tiny house and said, oh, hell no. How her house gonna be better than mine? Teeny at the Tiny, when she knew what she was doing, and T.I said, you know what? I need to go ahead and rebuild, because I can't believe Tiny, not only did she leave me, but she upgraded. I don't like that. So this is a perfect example that how you need to understand that being a provider yourself as a woman, even if you don't pay the bills, just have your own income. Because whatever money T.I was giving Tiny, she was saving that stuff. She was smart enough to make sure she had it. And she didn't even have to go to her mama house. You know what I mean? Like, she went to her own house. She didn't even have to pack her stuff up and go to her mama house. She went to her own house. I don't know if she had that as a backup plan or what, and I'm not trying to say she wasn't sad or anything, but she made sure she had somewhere to go. And she showed you, I'm not going to my mama house because I was too busy spending all the money on purses I didn't need. No, I made sure I was saving that money, so now my house look better than the house that I was sharing with you. And now you gotta rebuild because you mad my house is better than your house. You know what I mean? So I have so much respect for Tiny because this is what I mean about women. When I feel like you gotta have your own independence, and like I said, just because something was written, I'm not saying don't listen to the Bible. We gotta remember you gotta have your own mind because I don't know if T.I thought like this, but there's a lot of men in the world when they think like because I'm doing all the providing, I can do what I want. Because one, with the woman probably too busy spending money that she ain't got where she's going mentality. And Tiny showed T.I like, listen, dude, I don't know if you thought you were dealing with some chick that only care about having all the purses and the clothes and all that stuff. But let me tell you something. You messing with a chick that told you from day one, go ahead and provide. Do you, boo boo? But I am going to work and still bring up an income up in my house. So you can still give me money so I can put it towards my bank account. But I'm still also going to do it because when you decide to act a fool and I get sick and tired of it, I don't want to be crying to my mama, telling my mama, I need to come and stay with you. I don't want to be trying to figure out where I got to go because I don't have nowhere to go. I'm going to a house that's bigger and better than yours, okay? That is why I look up to Tiny because I was like, Tiny, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for showing that. Thank you. Thank you. That was also, thank you, Tiny. So I just want to say, Tiny, I respect you, girl. I don't care what nobody say because financially you showed us women what we need to do. That does not mean, like I said, that we say fine, don't let the man work. But what we're saying to you that if it's a smart, very smart way to have your own income as a woman, even though you're married but even if you blessed and fortunate to have a man like, and when I mean like T.I, like a man that's rich. So even if you're blessed and fortunate to have a man that is rich, you need to have your own income because if anything stands to happen, you don't want to have to be figure out where you going, especially if you have kids. She took them kids to her house that was so much bigger. I'm pretty sure them kids were like, Mama, we're going to just come and stay with you. Her dad house, never mind. Yep, I'm not even going to say nothing. T.I was so mad. I was trying to tell you he was mad. Next thing we know, T.I fixing up the house. Like, T.I, what you doing? Why you fixing up the house? There was nothing wrong with the house, T.I. He was like, no, it is, because my wife's house is, that is that T.I was like, wow, does she even need me? No, she doesn't, T.I. No, she does not need you. She wants you, yes, but she doesn't need you. So Tiny showed T.I, like, listen, baby, what you gonna do? Okay. That's why she wrote that song. She was like, what you gonna do? Okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because see, I'm straight. You know, of course I'm gonna get mine in a divorce, but I don't really need the money. I want it, but I don't need it. That's how a good mentality is when you want the money because you feel like you earned it, but you don't need it because you are already financially taking care of yourself because you were smart enough to have your own income and save whatever money he was giving you. That is what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to talk more about that in another video. But I just had to talk about that because y'all better stop dissing my Tiny because she just showed y'all women how it be. And stop talking about her looks because Tiny is beautiful. We don't know why she did the plastic surgery. I don't know why, okay? But she's still beautiful, okay? And she can sing, okay? Tiny, I don't mean no disrespect, but is there any way I can get you to sing some of my songs? Because, you know, I'm just saying I'm a songwriter, so that would be amazing if you could do that because your voice is amazing. I'm sick and tired of people talking about my Tiny, okay? She looks beautiful and her singing is amazing. Y'all gonna leave my Tiny alone. Thank you. Learning from her, okay? Thank you for watching my videos. Please, please, please follow me. Thank you.